What is going on, everyone? Mr. Mom Collectibles. I am back, and today we're going to be discussing something that I wanted to talk about a few days ago, but I was waiting for more information to circulate, photos and things, and we are going to be talking about the Jazzinc Catwoman, the Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman from Batman Returns. Now, we all know that this has been something teased a few months back by Yoast, and we've been seeing some footage, renderings, photos, progress photos, things like that. But these are our first real photos of the closest prototype that is being finished by Jazzinc. And we have obviously a lot of information that I can run down for you guys in terms of SKUs, potential pre-order date. We're gonna get through all that stuff first, and then I'll go over my thoughts on the figure. Now, I want to be clear, and I definitely talked to Yoast about this prior. The information that I'm gonna give you guys is definitely tentative, and it can subject to change based on vendors, things like that, just a lot of things. So just bear with me, but the tentative pre-order window for this is going to be up on September 30th. Now, when I say window, I just mean pre-order date is going to start September 30th. That's assuming all the vendors and everything he gets in line. If there's going to be any delays on that, he is going to communicate that. Make sure that you're part of the Jazzinc closed Facebook group, but also Yoast has been putting this information in other 1/6 scale groups on Facebook. But that being said, there is going to be two versions, and you'll see them in the photos. He's doing basically a clean and a battle damage version of what she looked like at the end of the movie. And then there's also going to be a 2-pack. So you're going to be able to get single versions, but then a 2-pack, which also includes a diorama exclusive. Now, bear with me because a lot of information, but what I'm going to describe comes in every package. You're going to get at least a seamless body, a latex suit, a head sculpt, a snow-covered base with 15 various magnets, a wired whip, and 5 sets of opposed gloves, a taser, and 10 claws that are possibly going to be die cast. Now, moving on from the single versions, there's also going to be a DX, which you're basically going to get everything that I listed. In addition to, you're going to get 2 extra sculpts, so you'll get a total of 3, either the clean or the battle damage, 2 cats, a newspaper, and an extra rolled whip. Now, on top of that, there's also going to be a 2-pack, where the 2-pack is basically going to be 2 DX versions, 1 clean and 1 battle damaged. That's where you're going to get like the biggest package, so to speak, because it comes with everything I listed before. And then on top of that, you're going to get the diorama light up with the backdrop window, all that stuff. And so it's going to be a total of 5 SKUs, Yoast is saying, which is going to be 5 individual boxes. So you're going to have 5 different SKUs to choose from. I'm just verbally explaining all this. Ultimately, this is all going to be outlined when you're able to actually purchase. At this time, I believe Spec Fiction actually put this up as a coming soon, and I believe you're going to be able to get it from 1/6 Kit also. That's the 2 locations at this time that you're going to be able to pre-order. Not up for pre-order yet, but just bear in mind. Now, getting into the photos and the figure, as I've been talking, you've been seeing photos kind of flicker through the while I was speaking, and these are some shots that are online. So all this is readily available. There's no secret, no hidden images here. Everything has been fully disclosed. So you're showing the clean version and the battle damage version from multiple angles, plus that diorama and things like that. So right off the bat, I know a lot of people are going to contest and say the likeness. For me, I see it looks like Michelle Pfeiffer, Catwoman. She's my favorite Catwoman, so I'm really excited about this. And so, obviously today the Batman Returns came out for Hot Toys, up for pre-order, so there's a lot of Batman talk, and so I'm super excited to get into it. But as I said, you have the Michelle Pfeiffer likeness, which I think is there. I think they captured that really great. The latex suit, which is custom on that body, and Yoast has been doing all these different tests and stuff to try to avoid all the issues that we know that 1/6 scale figures pose: creasing, tearing, ripping. So they're currently going through all that stages with the prototype. I've liked everything that I've seen so far. I'm in love with that diorama base, to be honest with you. I know that in terms of scaling wise, it looks good to scale. I think it could be a little bit bigger. That might be something to look down for the future, but it looks fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I know a lot of people have some reservations about the diorama, that's kind of only in the, like the bigger packages. So that's something that we're going to see if that trend stays. Otherwise, and obviously that's going to be a caveat to get the higher packages, which, other companies do the same exact thing. They put things behind a paywall. So you pay a little extra, you're going to get extra stuff. And that diorama for me is one of the bigger selling points. I do have some concerns about the magnets on the base. We have seen that magnets haven't exactly been the strong suit amongst really any 6-scale company. I don't think really anyone's perfected it to the best of their ability. So that is something that I'm going to be looking out for, is the magnets and how that's going to work with the figure. But Yoast is aware of all this, especially things going on with InArt. So I do have some confidence there that that's going to be, taken care of going forward. But this is just, I think it's a really incredible piece. This is also not the only Catwoman that we have currently. If you saw, there was a comparison photo I put up there of the Eternal Toys Catwoman. So that's kind of a comparison. I think Jazzinc wins that one hands down. And also I know Mars Toys teased a Catwoman, but we haven't seen anything from Mars Toys in quite some time. And so I know they're also wanting to go deep into the Batman line. So that may be a third option, but that is not one that's available at this time. Eternal Toys, I will say, for those who are not aware, if you go look at the Penguin, they put out a banger prototype of the Penguin, and then I felt it really fell off when it got in hand. So although their Catwoman looks the way it did in those photos, we don't know what that final is really going to look like. So, and Eternal Toys does have a track record, like I said, with the Penguin dropping off in terms of its quality. I like the idea of collectors having options. I always say that's not a bad thing. 5 SKUs does get a little tricky. I know with Hot Toys, it's often with multiple SKUs, things are going to, not necessarily maybe sell out right away. So I'm interested to see how this structure goes. For me, I'm really fascinated by the clean version specifically, but the diorama does have me kind of, whether I want to move up to that, because I really do want that diorama. So I'm going to be interested to see. Pricing has not been disclosed yet. So like I said, there's still a lot of things that are still pending. Even the information that, once again, I disclosed in this video is stuff that could change. Yoast is very transparent with communicating the changes. So pre-order date could change. What comes in the various packages could slightly change, and also the pricing itself. And the other thing that I want to address is obviously the rumor mills, which are flying rampant throughout the various Facebook groups, because in the Batman Returns pre-order photos, the promotional photos shown today, obviously the diorama is shown, and it is also available in 2 different swap out options. You have a Art Deco-esque piece, gargoyle, eagle, whatever that is, but then you also have the Max Schreck cat logo, which is obviously synonymous and tied to, Catwoman. And so that instantly started circulating in terms of Hot Toys is teasing. It's a tease. I mean, is it possible Hot Toys could put out their own version of Catwoman? 100%. I don't see why they actually wouldn't do that. It's just a matter of, I think, when versus if they'll do it. It's just the nature of the beast that's going to happen. And so collectors will be put up with a choice of what they want to do. Will they want to go with Jazzinc? Or do they want to go with Hot Toys? We also have to see what Hot Toys brings to the table. This is a far from over decision. I think there's a lot of information we still need to figure out. I think we are still in the preliminary phases of digesting all this data and seeing what best works for collectors. Like I said, the information I gave was it subject to change. And so Hot Toys could put out theirs, which may, Jazzinc may change some things, or Hot Toys might do something completely different that maybe end up getting both. Who knows? This isn't the first time this has happened, so I'm not shocked or, oh my God, what am I going to do? Happens all the time. Even happens within InArt, and Hot Toys, and even Hot Toys themselves, between the 89 Batman and the 92, which you're going to get. So Hot Toy, I'm not surprised if Hot Toys puts out another Catwoman. It'll just be one of those things that we'll just kind of take it as it comes and kind of do the comparisons. And each collector is just going to have to make a decision of what works best for them. Ultimately, I think there's going to be a lot more phases of this project that we'll be seeing in the future. This is not, I think, the final. This isn't up for pre-order yet, so I think that there could be some changes still left to be made. So we'll see those from Jazzinc. And as I said, we will see what's been going on with Hot Toys if they decide to, release theirs. We'll take it as it comes. But I am ultimately very excited for what I am seeing from Jazzinc. I hope other collectors are as well. It just gives people options, and it's one of those things where it's going to get collectors' attention when they're doing things that other companies like Hot Toys aren't doing. They're filling in the gaps to complete people's collectors' collections, if that makes sense. And Catwoman is one, Penguin is one, the big trio to complete, Batman Returns, potentially even do some from, the original Batman 89. And so it just, collectors having more options is never, ever a bad thing. And once again, kudos to the companies like, Hot Toys, Jazzinc, InArt, Blitzway. We may have our issues, pros and cons about them, but they are making stuff for collectors at one point or another where, they're giving us options and stuff. So that's always a plus, always a plus. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of 89 Batman, 92 Batman, and I'll be following this project along. I'm interested to see where we get to the point of pre-order. I'm also interested to see what the final list of things that come in each package and the price points. And when that does, I'll make another video comparing that and seeing kind of where that stands versus the quality. So we'll do a comparison on that as well. But let me know your thoughts in the video below in the comments. Drop a like on this video. Please consider subscribing to the channel if this is in fact your first time and you enjoyed this content. If you haven't already checked out the Batman Returns Hot Toys drop, I did that one early this morning, and I'll have some more content coming to the channel very shortly. But until then, this is Mr. Mom Collectibles saying take care, and I will see you guys in the next video.